In this video, I'm going to be talking about what it means to believe something. I think it is taught in many places that to believe something means that you just say it in your mind, and whatever you say in your mind is what you believe. But I don't think that this is fully true. And it comes down to my definitions of what it means to be a theist, not an atheist, but an atheist, and then an atheist, someone who doesn't believe in God, and someone who does. And what I think it means to believe in God, what I think belief means is what you live for and what you want to live for. So what's in your heart. And Jesus says this because the people, the Pharisees, the teachers of the law in Jesus' day were preaching this idea that sin is purely just an action, or maybe not all the Pharisees, but that was an idea around there, and he wanted to show people that it's not just what you do, but it's what you want to do. It's what's in your heart. That's why he says, "You have heard that it was said, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say to you, anyone who looks at a woman with lust has committed adultery with her in his heart." So what you believe is not just what you act out, but it's also what you have in your heart and what you want to do. If you were tied up on a wall and you wanted to murder someone, that's still a sin because you want to do that even though you're not able to do that. And my definition of a theist and an atheist is a theist is someone who lives for God. And what it means to live for God is it means that what you do in your day-to-day life and what you want to do, what's in your heart, is aligned with God's will. And an atheist is someone who lives for anything but God. That's why I recently made a video titled "Why It's Impossible to Be Agnostic." And the reason is that you're either living for God or you're not living for God. Everybody is living for something. If you weren't living for something, then you wouldn't do anything. Because doing something as simple as getting out of bed, you do that because you're living for something. Maybe you're getting out of bed because you want to go serve your family. Maybe you're getting out of bed because you have to go and get up to work. Maybe you're getting out of bed because you know that you need to eat breakfast to stay alive. There could be a bunch of reasons, but that's just it. There's reasons, and those reasons, if you keep following up, lead up to what you believe and that of what you live for. And the reason I'm making this video is because of that previous video I made, Why You Cannot Be Agnostic. And many people in the comments are disagreeing with what my definitions are for a theist, someone who believes in God, and someone who doesn't believe in God. But I don't think that if, like, let's say you say that you think apples are the most healthy food in the world, but you don't eat apples, like, ever. Like, you never have and you never do in your entire life. Well, then either you don't actually believe that or you don't want to be healthy, or maybe some other reason. But my point is that if you believe that apples are the healthiest fruit in the world, or healthiest food really just in general, you'd probably eat a lot of them, and that's an action. Or you'd want to eat a lot of them, but maybe you don't have access to apples, which is the desire to eat those fruits. And so ultimately, you can say what you want to say, like you can say that you're agnostic, but your actions, your fruits, show that you're either a theist, someone who believes in God, or someone who's living for God, or you're an atheist, which is someone who is not living for God, but living for anything else.